Alright, well here I am in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I'm actually playing in 4K, but we're going to go in the settings, because I'm going to go ahead and try and upscale into what could possibly be 8K, and might be somewhere between 4K and 8K. It depends on how they do the resolution scaling, so I don't know. Okay, so here we have 2:1 for frame scaling mode, so you know, if basic math works, that would be 2 times 4K is 8K, but 8K is 4 times the total pixel count of 4K, so it depends on how they do it. Okay, so here we are now, and this should be 8K, but I can't tell you that. And actually, you know what? Let me make sure that my anti-aliasing is off, because that would be completely useless at this point. What? That old guy on his phone.
You Titanic idiot!
Okay, so here we are. I'm actually at a semi-playable frame rate, being like 33 frames per second while recording. I know that the recordings do definitely take a toll on your FPS, so I may be even close to 40 if I wasn't recording, but hey, right now this is what I got. So I need to get a car, because we're going to go around and test a bunch of different areas. Give me your car! Oh yeah, also I'm playing in ultra settings, so that might be part of the reason why the frame rate's so low, so let's go ahead and reduce a little bit of this. Alright, well I loaded the game back up with high settings, and of course I'm still doing 2 times frame sampling, which maybe it's 8K, maybe it's not. But now on high settings we're actually getting about 60 frames, which is making me doubt whether or not this is true 8K. So yeah, it actually runs pretty good, so I mean, if anything, this does show you we're not too far away from being able to play games in 8K, because even if this isn't it, that's pretty good performance for going well beyond 4K. I mean, I'm holding 60 this whole time on high settings. So this is this is actually pretty good, but oh Jesus. That always happens, trying, you know, and what I was noticing is that online it actually is much harder to run for some reason. Alright, well I'm back in the game, and I'm gonna try and go ahead and go through the settings real quick here, and then after I go through the settings, I'm going to try and go into advanced graphics and change it to 2.5 times frame sampling. So, what we got here, if you can see, running normal on a couple things, very high on some other stuff, and high on some other things, so that's why I was saying I'm running high settings, because very high is usually a lot harder to run. So let's go over here to frame scaling. It's not frame sampling, I don't know why I was calling that, but frame scaling mode, and change it from 2 times to 2.5, and it doesn't go any higher than that. So that's telling me it's going to use 9 gigabytes out of the 16 gigabytes I have, but I don't have 16 gigabytes, so I have 8, so obviously this is just reading it wrong. Since I'm in SLI, it's just giving you kind of goofy numbers. Okay, so we're in the game. It's starting to stutter a little bit, and I don't know why there's still aliasing on anything. Jesus. At this point, you know, to be honest, some of this aliasing might be here because it's just like it can't even display what that would be on my monitor or something. I don't know. But in any case, it doesn't look too bad, and it's not running awful, but it's not running good, I'll tell you that much. So now we're at 2.5 times 4K, which could be one of two things again. It could be either over 8K, or it could be somewhere between 4K and 8K, which would be my guess. And if that's the case, you would have to do the math of taking the total pixel count of 4K and then taking that times 2.5, and then do the same thing for 8K and see what the difference is. But considering how many pixels we're pushing, it's actually not running terrible, which is surprising because you'd think it would be running a lot worse. There definitely is some stutter though, so I must be really hammering my video memory.
Whatever.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching. What do you think about the future of gaming. Do you think we'll be ready for 8K soon? Will you be ready? I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments below. So anyway, if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.